Hello everyone and welcome to another video presentation of the Morning Safety Briefs video series. I am Dr. George, thank you for joining me. Today is Thursday, March 8, 2012. You know, throughout my career, I have often been asked, why should a family prepare a disaster preparedness plan? Many times, I have heard people say that when the time comes, they will think of a way to deal with the situation. Please, tell me, do you think you will be ready to handle a disaster if one was to suddenly happen? Well, just think about it. A disaster can strike anywhere, at any time, and without any warning. Imagine if a tornado, an earthquake, a severe flood, or a nuclear disaster was to destroy your community. What do you think will happen if you and your family did not have the basic necessities to survive the aftermath of a disaster? Or what if your community had no electricity, gas, water, or telephone service to provide to you? What if your local emergency management officials and rescue personnel were unable to reach you right away? Or how about if one of your family members was hurt or ill, and there were no hospitals or emergency medical services available nearby to take care of your relative? Finally, what if the decision you made to stay home and ride out the storm has gone terribly wrong, and now you wished you had followed evacuation's instruction? Many times, people fail to analyze the impact their personal decisions may have on their lives. Unfortunately, these people also often fail to recognize how their decisions may impact the lives of their loved ones, as well as others in the community. How many times have you heard about an individual who, for personal reasons, has disregarded the advice of weather and emergency management officials? Many times, these individuals decide not to evacuate their homes ahead of an incoming storm, only to end up dying or seeking emergency assistance after realizing the mistake they made. When we fail to prepare or plan for a natural disaster, we proceed in a disorganized manner. This often prevents us from taking full control of the crisis situation. This disorganized lack of control, unfortunately, prevents us from achieving a desirable result. Planning and preparing for an emergency response allows us to know where we are heading. It guides us through a maze of obstacles that otherwise would have been impossible to maneuver consistently if we had been unprepared. So far, every training video that I have produced has consistently delivered the same message. First, I strongly believe that it is everyone's responsibility to practice and maintain a safe and healthy work and home environment. Second, I have frequently asked you to write a family emergency plan, outlining the steps necessary for you and your family to take when confronted with a sudden emergency. Please, remember that when we say emergency, we are not only talking about a medical or a disaster emergency, but any situation where the potential for confusion and disorganization prevents you and your family from maintaining or reaching a safe environment. I made this safety training video hoping to get you to think about emergency preparedness. I want you to think, what if? I want you to realize that an emergency preparedness plan is vital for your family's survival. I want you to realize that unless you know where you're heading, you will probably fail to arrive there. I want you to remember that, unless you know the steps necessary to reach your destination, the chances are, you will never get there in one piece. I want you to understand that, unless you plan and prepare your action plan first, at a time of crisis, your journey will most likely be disorganized and inconsistent. I want you to understand that in times of crisis, emergency preparedness may mean the difference between survival and losing the battle. I want you to do the thinking yourself and choose what's best for you and everyone around you. Once you have put some thoughts behind these questions, I want you to join me for our next safety video presentation. In our next video, we will discuss how to prepare an emergency preparedness plan and why it is important for the entire family to get involved in the development and practice of your plan. Please, don't forget to join us for this very important and exciting video presentation. Well, that's all I have for now. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. Safety is a lifestyle, which we all must embrace at home and in the workplace. Like always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit my website at www.morningsafetybrief.com. You can also watch additional safety videos from our series by visiting our YouTube channel at GF Conrado. Until next time, be safe and have a pleasant day. This is Dr. George. Goodbye.